In a world where power and wealth often write the rules of the game, there lies a shadowy empire worth billions, hidden within the turbulent Middle East. This empire doesn't belong to a nation, a corporation, or a royal family, but to a group known for its complex and controversial presence in global politics. Today we're pulling back the curtain on a staggering $2 billion empire, an empire controlled not by a state, but by the leadership of Hamas. Welcome to our in-depth exploration titled, Examining the $2 billion Empire of Hamas Leadership. In this video, we journey into the heart of one of the most talked about and contentious political entities in the world. Hamas, a group labeled as a terrorist organization by many countries, including the United States and members of the European Union, stands in the spotlight not just for its political and military activities, but also for its immense financial empire. We will delve into the origins, growth, and intricacies of this fortune, uncovering how it's managed, where it comes from, and most intriguingly, how it's spent. From the bustling streets of Gaza to the luxury hotels of Qatar, we're about to unravel a tale of wealth, power, and controversy. In order to understand the vast financial empire of Hamas's leadership, we first need to delve into the roots of the organization itself. Hamas, an acronym for Harakat al-Muqawama al-Islamiyya in Arabic, translates to Islamic Resistance Movement. Founded in 1987 during the First Intifada, an uprising against Israeli occupation, Hamas emerged from the Palestinian territories, primarily the Gaza Strip. Its creation was deeply intertwined with the complex socio-political landscape of the region, marked by long-standing conflicts and a quest for Palestinian self-determination. The ideology of Hamas is rooted in Islamic fundamentalism, with a charter initially calling for the establishment of an Islamic state in the area that includes modern-day Israel, the West Bank, and the Gaza Strip. Over the years, the organization has been involved in a wide range of activities, from social and charitable work within Palestinian communities to political engagement, notably winning a significant number of seats in the 2006 Palestinian legislative elections. However, it's their military wing, the Izz ad-Din al-Qassam brigades, and their involvement in armed conflict and attacks against Israeli targets that has brought them most into the global spotlight. Hamas has been designated as a terrorist organization by several countries, including the United States, the European Union, Canada, and Israel. This designation is primarily due to its use of violence and its commitment to armed struggle against Israel, including suicide bombings, rocket attacks, and other forms of militant activities. The terrorist label has significant implications for Hamas, including economic sanctions, travel bans, and restrictions on funding, which have shaped the organization's financial strategies and operations. Understanding this backdrop is crucial, as it sets the stage for how Hamas has built and managed its financial empire. The organization's evolution from a local resistance movement to a group with significant political influence and a complex financial network is a journey marked by adaptability, strategic alliances, and a constant balancing act between its political objectives and survival tactics. As Hamas expanded its network, support started pouring in from countries like Syria, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Qatar. Each of these nations had its reasons for backing Hamas, ranging from shared ideological beliefs to geopolitical strategies. This external financial support played a crucial role in strengthening Hamas's position, enabling it to sustain and escalate its activities in the region. Beyond the Middle East, Hamas also found support through fundraising campaigns in the United States. These campaigns, often under the guise of charitable work, enabled the group to tap into resources from sympathizers abroad. The funds raised were crucial in bolstering the financial backbone of Hamas, although they later led to increased scrutiny and legal challenges under anti-terrorism finance laws. Individual leaders within Hamas, such as Dr. Musa Abu Marzouk, have played pivotal roles in enhancing the organization's financial strength. Dr. Marzouk, among others, established a network of financial enterprises and investments that not only benefited the organization, but also contributed to his personal wealth. These ventures spanned various domains, including banking and real estate, marking a sophisticated approach to financial management within Hamas. As the wealth of Hamas's leadership grew, so did the opulence in which some key figures lived, especially those in exile. In countries like Qatar, certain leaders of Hamas are reported to enjoy a luxurious lifestyle, residing in plush neighborhoods and frequenting high-end hotels and restaurants. This lavish way of living, complete with high-end cars and expensive properties, presents a stark contrast to the group's beginnings and stated ideological commitments. This luxury stands in stark contrast to the conditions back in the Palestinian territories. In Gaza, many live in poverty, facing challenges such as unemployment, limited access to basic amenities, and ongoing conflict. The disparity between the leaders' extravagant lifestyles and the hardships faced by those they represent has not gone unnoticed, leading to growing discontent and criticism. The public perception of these luxurious lifestyles has led to significant criticism both within Palestinian society and the international community. Critics argue that such extravagance is unbecoming of leaders of a movement originally founded on principles of resistance and liberation. The apparent disconnect between the leadership's opulent living and the plight of their people raises questions about the leadership's priorities and their commitment to the cause they represent. Hamas has developed a sophisticated network of financial channels to sustain its operations. Charitable organizations, often perceived as fronts for the movement, play a crucial role in funneling funds. These entities, spread across various countries, collect donations under the guise of humanitarian aid, which are then channeled to Hamas. Additionally, within the territories under its control, Hamas has implemented a taxation system, levying taxes on goods and services, which forms a significant part of its revenue stream. The external support mechanisms for Hamas are diverse and multifaceted. Beyond direct monetary aid from allied nations, Hamas benefits from a network of international sympathizers and allied organizations. This network operates through complex channels, often bypassing international sanctions and restrictions. The funds from these external sources are crucial in maintaining Hamas's military and political activities, as well as its social welfare programs. The allocation of funds within Hamas is as complex as its sources. While a portion of the revenue is directed towards military operations and activities against Israel, Hamas also allocates funds for social services, education, and infrastructure in Gaza. The organization's financial structure is designed to ensure the flow of funds supports both its political objectives and the needs of the territories it controls. However, this allocation is often opaque, making it difficult for external observers to ascertain the exact distribution of resources. Khaled Mashal and Ismail Haniyeh stand as towering figures in Hamas, both in political influence and wealth. Khaled Mashal, the former head of Hamas's political wing, is believed to have a net worth potentially exceeding $2.6 billion, according to some reports. These estimates, while unverified, suggest vast wealth accrued from various channels including international donations, investments, and alleged diversion of funds. Ismail Haniyeh, serving as a senior leader within Hamas, also reportedly possesses considerable wealth, with estimates ranging in the millions. His assets are believed to include real estate holdings and investments, spread across the Gaza Strip and beyond. The fortune of these leaders is built on a complex web of investments and financial dealings. Mashal's involvement in real estate projects across the Middle East and his stakes in various business ventures are said to contribute significantly to his immense wealth. Haniyeh's assets, meanwhile, are more discreet, yet sources suggest he owns multiple properties, some registered under relatives' names to obscure ownership. These properties, combined with his alleged share in business ventures, contribute to his millionaire status. The scale of their wealth, juxtaposed with the average income in Gaza, which hovers around $6,000 per year, highlights a stark economic divide. This accumulation of wealth by Hamas leaders is in sharp contrast to the reality in Gaza, a territory grappling with high poverty rates, unemployment, and the repercussions of ongoing conflicts. Gaza's average citizen faces a daily struggle for basic survival. The disparity between the leaders' opulent lifestyles and the hardships endured by the people they represent has sparked internal and international criticism. It raises profound questions about the distribution of resources within Hamas and the organization's commitment to the welfare of its populace. While leaders enjoy luxuries, many in Gaza live in conditions far removed from such affluence, highlighting a troubling divide within the organization and its governance. Delving deeper into the lifestyles of Hamas's elite, one uncovers a world of extravagance. Reports suggest that some leaders enjoy residences in upscale neighborhoods, possibly in cities like Doha, known for its luxury real estate and high standards of living. These homes are often equipped with the latest amenities and surrounded by opulent decor. Beyond their dwellings, these figures are rumored to travel in style, using private jets and high-end vehicles for international trips. Social media posts and investigative reports hint at their presence in lavish parties and gatherings, rubbing shoulders with influential figures in luxurious settings. These indulgences extend to their families, with children often receiving elite education and enjoying the perks of a wealthy lifestyle. This display of wealth becomes even more striking when juxtaposed with the daily struggles in Gaza. Here, families grapple with poverty, limited access to clean water, electricity shortages, and the constant threat of conflict. The average Gazan lives in a starkly different world, one of restricted movement, economic hardship, and uncertainty. The visible gap between the leaders' luxurious lifestyle and the plight of those they represent is not just a matter of economic disparity, but also of growing ethical concern. It's a poignant reminder of the unequal distribution of wealth and opportunity, raising questions about the leaders' alignment with the very cause they advocate. The opulent lifestyles of some Hamas leaders have sparked a wave of outcry. Within Palestinian communities, there's a sense of betrayal and disillusionment. Many view these luxuries as antithetical to the principles of equity and justice that Hamas originally stood for. Internationally, these revelations have intensified scrutiny over financial aid and support to the organization. The juxtaposition of luxury and poverty has given rise to critical voices demanding transparency and accountability, challenging the integrity of Hamas's leadership and their commitment to the welfare of their constituents. A critical aspect of Hamas's financial operations has been the tunnel trade between Gaza and Egypt. These tunnels, initially constructed as a means to circumvent the blockade imposed on Gaza, evolved into a complex commercial network. They facilitated the smuggling of a wide range of goods, from everyday commodities to weapons, playing a vital role in Gaza's shadow economy. The tunnels not only served as a lifeline for Gaza's population, but also became a significant revenue source for Hamas. Recognizing the economic potential of these tunnels, Hamas established a systematic taxation regime on the trade passing through them. This included levies on goods smuggled into the Gaza Strip, as well as fees imposed on tunnel operators. These taxes became a substantial financial resource for Hamas, bolstering its treasury and funding various aspects of its operations, from administrative needs to military endeavors. The rise of the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt marked a significant shift in the region's political landscape, impacting Hamas's finances. The Brotherhood, sharing ideological ties with Hamas, facilitated a more lenient environment for the tunnel trade during their brief tenure in power. This shift resulted in an increased flow of goods and consequently greater revenues from the tunnel operations. The change in Egyptian leadership allowed Hamas to expand its financial base and consolidate its economic standing in Gaza. The economic condition of Gaza stands in stark contrast to the reported wealth of Hamas leaders. Gaza, a territory marred by conflict and blockades, struggles with high unemployment rates, widespread poverty, and limited access to essential resources. While some Hamas leaders reportedly enjoy a life of luxury, the majority of Gazans live under the strain of economic hardship. This disparity not only highlights the uneven distribution of wealth, but also raises questions about the alignment of the leaders' lifestyles with the realities faced by the people they represent. The social and economic impact of this wealth disparity on the Palestinian population is profound. In Gaza, where basic healthcare and educational facilities are stretched thin, the effects of economic mismanagement and unequal wealth distribution are acutely felt. Families struggle to access basic healthcare, children attend schools lacking in resources, and young adults face a future clouded by unemployment and limited opportunities. The gap between the few wealthy leaders and the general populace highlights deep-rooted issues of inequality and governance within the territory. The contrast in living standards and access to public services between Hamas leaders and the average citizen of Gaza is stark. While leaders may have access to high-quality services and comfortable living conditions, the general populace contends with inadequate public services. The lack of sufficient electricity, clean water, and healthcare facilities starkly contrasts with the comfort and security reportedly enjoyed by the leadership. This divide not only fuels discontent among Gazans but also challenges the narrative of solidarity and common struggle often presented by the organization. Allegations of corruption within the ranks of Hamas's leadership have surfaced repeatedly over the years. These claims point to the misappropriation of funds, diversion of aid, and personal enrichment at the expense of the populace. While direct evidence is often scarce due to the opaque nature of the organization's financial dealings, various reports and investigations have suggested that certain leaders have used their positions for personal gain. This includes accusations of skimming money from international aid, overcharging for public services, and funneling funds into private accounts. The accumulation of wealth by some leaders is believed to be facilitated through their control over key financial pipelines. This includes taxation systems, tunnel trade revenues, and international donations. By exerting influence over these revenue streams, certain individuals within Hamas are alleged to have diverted substantial sums into personal coffers. The extent of this wealth accumulation raises questions about the leaders' commitment to the welfare of their constituents and the ethical handling of funds. Several case studies highlight the alleged corrupt practices within Hamas. One such case involves the overinflation of project costs, with the excess funds reportedly redirected to private accounts. Another instance includes the taxation of goods entering Gaza, where inflated tariffs are imposed, burdening the local population while enriching the leadership. These practices not only deprive Gaza of much-needed resources, but also erode public trust in the leadership. The impact is far-reaching, affecting everything from infrastructure development to basic humanitarian aid delivery, perpetuating a cycle of poverty and underdevelopment in the region. In our comprehensive examination of examining the $2 billion empire of Hamas's leadership, we've uncovered a complex tapestry of wealth, power, and disparity. The stark contrast between the opulent lifestyles of some Hamas leaders and the harsh realities faced by the people of Gaza underscores a troubling wealth disparity within the organization. This investigation raises critical questions about the ethical management of resources and the true priorities of Hamas's leadership. As we look toward the future, the role of Hamas in Gaza remains a subject of intense debate. The organization's ability to reconcile its financial practices with the needs and aspirations of the Gazan people will be crucial. The path forward for Gaza is fraught with challenges, but it is the hope of many that a more equitable and transparent distribution of resources will lead to a brighter future for all its residents. With that said, thank you for watching. We hope this deep dive into the financial empire of Hamas's leadership has provided you with valuable insights into the complexities and challenges facing Gaza today. Stay informed and engaged as we continue to explore and understand these critical global issues. Until next time, take care.